Champions looking to get back to the gold medal game at the FIBA U17 World Championships. The USA, 28 games unbeaten at this tournament, take on Lithuania, former under-21 and under-19 world champions. Very warm welcome to Zaragoza, Spain from me, Tim Long, alongside former GB international Flinda Boyd. The final four of the world's premier under-17 international basketball tournament here at the Siglo XXI Pavilion. We've already seen an absolute classic of a semi-final as Turkey upset the host Spain to reach the gold medal match on Sunday. So the winners of this one will take on the Turks. Before that game on Sunday, the losers here will face Spain for the bronze. This is the fourth edition of this year. Bulldozed their way to the gold medal in all three previous editions, going undefeated in 28 games. Lithuania, the next team to try to slay the streak. The USA 5-0 so far this year. They destroyed Korea in the quarterfinal yesterday, winning by 52. They scored 133 points, their biggest tally so far at the tournament by 14, although they'll be disappointed to have conceded 81 and to have given up 26 turnovers in that game. Lithuania 4-1 so far. They beat a much fancied French team in their quarterfinal matchup yesterday, an absolute classic that swung back and forth before winning by just one in overtime. So former GB international Flinda Boyd alongside me, Tim Long, for the second semi-final of the day here in the FIBA U17 World Championships. Flinda, the American streak was snapped in the women's semi-finals earlier today. Can it be snapped here in the men's?
It's going to be a long shot for Lithuania, but you know, they showed so much heart yesterday in the win over France. France was a team that everybody thought was going to be here in the semifinal and compete against the USA. But Lithuania, they play tough, hard-nosed basketball. They run pick and rolls. They've got shooters, and they've got a fantastic backcourt that USA is going to have to handle if they want to get to the gold medal game.
The Lithuanian players being introduced onto the court here in Zaragoza. Put together a fantastic performance to beat France in the quarterfinals. We've had a couple of overtime games now over the last 2 days. Let's hope this one is every bit as exciting as the first semi-final we had on this court here today, but it's going to take some doing from Lithuania to stop this talented bunch of players for the USA.
Well, it's a fantastic team. We've seen them throughout the tournament blowing teams out. And what's most impressive about this team is they're able to stay focused for 40 minutes. And I think you don't want to be complacent when you play a Lithuania team who upset France. They thought, the USA thought they were going to be here against France, so they're playing a team that, at least on paper, doesn't look quite as good as France, so they've got to be prepared.
So before we get this semi-final underway, we'll pause for the national anthems, starting with Lithuania. The USA won Group A with a 3-0 record, an average winning margin of 46 points, demolished Chinese Taipei 119-45, beat Turkey 84-66, then beat Egypt 104-57, then came a 53-point win in the round of 16 against Argentina, followed by the crushing of Korea by 52 points yesterday. Lithuania 2-1 in Group B to finish second behind Spain, started with a 17-point win over Argentina before losing by just 4 to the hosts. They bounced back to win their last group game by 16 over Mali, then beat Egypt by 15 in the round of 16 game before causing an upset in yesterday's quarter-final against France.
There you see the lineups for Lithuania, and the two names you need to watch out for. Number 8, Arnas Velishka, the point guard. He was fantastic in the last game. And then his backcourt mate, number 7, Ignas Sargunis. He also can shoot it from outside, can do a lot of special things. And of course, Lithuania, they're going to have to rebound the ball well against this USA team. And of course, they have to beat the press and the suffocating defense that this USA team runs. You look at the roster, number 8, Colin Sexton. He can do a little bit of everything. He can score, he can pass, he can rebound. Gary Trent Jr., his backcourt mate, is fantastic. You go up and down this roster, there's no weak links. Inside, Wendell Carter Jr., a lot of big-time players on that roster.
Arnas Velishka, star of the show in the quarter-final, a game-high 23 points and 5 assists against France, 8 of 14 from the field. He was 5 of 8 from downtown, the number 8, and Sargunis, a big player in that starting 5 as well, 16 points in that quarter-final.
Yeah, Kasunis inside, he's going to have his hands full, but Velishka, he's the one that has to control the tempo of this game if Lithuania has any shot. And you look over here at the USA starting 5, there's a quick look at Smart. He's a great backcourt player. He's going to start at the point guard spot along with Gary Trent Jr., Troy Brown, Kevin Knox yesterday had a fantastic game inside, double-digit rebounds. But really, you can start anybody on this roster. Everybody is pretty interchangeable. You know, one of the things we talked about, though, if it's a close game and you need a basket, who are the 5 USA players you're going to put on the floor? I don't know if Coach Showalter has identified that yet. That's going to be important if this is a close game.
Talking about how the USA spread the minutes around, so much depth on this roster. All of these players capable of starting and playing big minutes. In fact, everyone has played at least, on average, 13 minutes a game. And Lithuania went into overtime yesterday. The USA likely to be fresher today, perhaps.
Well, absolutely. They're fresher because throughout the tournament, nobody has had to carry a lot of minutes. Perhaps Gary Trent Jr. the most at 23 minutes per game. Everybody else right around 15 to 20. So they're a very fresh unit. But Lithuania, they play a kind of slow, grind-out kind of game, so they're able to stay fresher. Even though it's a very physical game, they're not getting up and down the same way USA is. You know, with some of the fans. And, you know, remember the winner of this goes on to the gold medal game against Turkey. Let's be honest, Turkey is the upset team. They could beat anybody here.
Great to see Lithuanian and American fans in the house here in Zaragoza. Javonte Smart there, a game-high 7 assists in that quarter-final against Korea. So the second semi-final about to take place here in the FIBA U17 World Championships in Zaragoza. Myself, Tim Long, alongside former GB international Flinda Boyd, courtside to talk you through the action and the Siglo program that's won 8 straight gold medals at youth level, unbeaten in 3 editions of this tournament, 28-0 against a Lithuanian team firing on all cylinders as they seek a first ever medal at this competition.
For Lithuania, you don't want to get down early. You don't want to be down 10-2, 12-4. It's important for you to score some baskets and get your confidence up.
Well, Lithuania is the team that's made the lightning fast starts in all of their games at this tournament, but it might be difficult to do that against this US team. Trent Jr. off the mark with the first shot and a foul underneath.
But you see Lithuania, and they do this throughout their programs all the way up to the senior level. They rebound as a team. All 5 guys surround the hoop. They form a wall around the dotted line, and they're an early foul against the US.
Lithuania have led by at least 8 points in all of their 5 games so far in this tournament at the end of the first quarter, just to emphasize that all guns blazing approach from the opening tip. They'll try and get the first score here, peeling away to the far side and nailing the shot is Sayunas, and the bench jumps up as if they've won the game.
And he's a big-time shooter. Shoots almost 5.5 attempts per game in this tournament. He can shoot it from anywhere.
Turn towards the baseline from Carter Jr., trying to squeeze it in, and a foul.
And that's going to be tough for Lithuania, as inside playing against these American big men. They keep coming off the bench in waves, so they can't afford Kasunas there with his first. He can't afford to get in foul trouble.
Unbelievable strength in depth. Size inside for the Americans. Cartier-Gordon, Wendell Carter Jr. and Austin Wiley all playing between 13 and 16 minutes. And all of them averaging not too far off a point a minute.
What a luxury for a coach to have that many good players coming off your bench.
Foul shot's good.
Sometimes it was too much. How do you keep everybody happy?
Belitska ran the show yesterday. Into the left hand. Waiting for the screen, which comes from Kaisunas. Across it comes to this near side. Vasiliauskas moves it on one further. Into the paint, one-on-one goes Kaisunas. Spins away, created the room, couldn't hit. Battling for the board, recovers it on the deck.
Good hustle by Kaisunas, but Lithuania, that's what they want to do. Pick and roll after pick and roll after pick and roll. And the USA, they're going to have to maintain a level of intensity throughout the game, which France wasn't able to do in the quarterfinals.
Three-pointer for the Americans. Long offensive ball grab, though, by Sexton. And Sexton puts it in for his first score. Their leading scorer. Oh, it's Troy Brown, I beg your pardon. Belitska.
Great pass.
Wonderful feed and put in by Kaisunas.
But that's the danger. If you're going to high hedge on that pick and roll, you leave the backside open. And you watch Lithuania, there's so much action happening on the weak side during the pick and roll.
The three for the US long again. Rebound grabbed by Vasiliauskas. Belitska. The three for him. Too long as well. The Americans secure possession, deflected away out of bounds off Kaisunas.
You know, if the USA thought this was going to be another game like they had last night against Korea, and there you see the ball off of Lithuania, they'd be mistaken. This Lithuania team, they think they can win this game. They're not coming here just to go to the third place game and try and win a medal.
From high into the paint, and the foul from behind. Well, you saw the way the Lithuanian bench celebrated that first shot from Sayunas, and then the way they battled on the deck to try and recover the loose ball. They're here to fight for their place in the gold medal match, no doubt about that.
As soon as he's going to have to go to the bench for 2 fouls, and that's tough for Lithuania. He's their best big man.
USA to inbound and to try to tie. Looking to attack in the paint, get the ball on the floor. Shot won't go though, wrestled away by Uizaitis. Belitska going through the gears and getting contact as he hit the deck hard. He means business again.
He is such a handful when he has the ball in his hand, because he's so quick, he can go by you, he runs the pick and roll, he can shoot. He's going to be a fantastic player. We talked about it last game. He runs the pick and roll as good as anybody I've ever seen at this age. And remember, he's only 16. He's younger, a year younger than a lot of his teammates.
Belitska at the foul line, hitting the first. Missing the second. Rebound grabbed by Kevin Knox. There's a whistle on the play, contact off the ball.
You know, one of the things here, it's a late game. The crowd really isn't into it. There you see Smart forcing the foul, but the crowd really isn't into it. You have to find your own energy. You know, you have to be self-motivated in these types of games, and that's crucial. And you hope for USA's sake, they're not complacent because they've done so well in this tournament.
We've talked about it before. They haven't really had a test yet. This Lithuanian team look like they're going to try and give them a test here. This is Trent Jr. into the paint, banks it in traffic.
Good, strong move by him coming around the curl. He has the strength and ability to finish at the rim better than almost anybody in this tournament.
Kozis looking to take on Carter Jr. It goes! Chance at a three-point play for Vitalius Kozis.
Big time move. Sometimes if you're a forward with that kind of height, you just keep going all the way to the hoop until somebody stops you, force a foul at the very worst, and at best, you'll have yourself an and one.
Kozis led the team with 20 points in the Game 3 win over Mali. He's a good free throw shooter as well, 85% at this tournament. Chance to give Lithuania a 4-point lead. He can't take it. The USA looking to tie from downtown. An air ball recovered on the baseline by Smart. Smart pirouettes over the top of the basket again. Back-to-back air balls. 10 seconds still to shoot. Wiley calling for the ball inside. Gets in now. And he's caught.
And that's a mismatch down there every single time. Lithuania is going to have to bring some bodies down low, see if they can help out, because otherwise Lithuania is going to run out of bodies. People are going to have to start to foul out.
Uzaitis called for the foul that time, his first. The US to inbound, non-shooting foul, so Javonte Smart will get it in. An aggressive attack towards the rim, into traffic, wouldn't go though. They pick up the pieces and put it in, and a chance at a three-point play to tie the game. Great work from Smart.
And that's going to be USA's key to this game, is attacking the glass, getting offensive rebounds, sending bodies to the glass. And there you see Brown, the point guard, down low with the big man. Smart, the point guard, down low with the big man for the and one.
Linda, the US have had 5 offensive boards in 3.5 minutes.
And that's problematic for Lithuania, considering Kaisunas is already on the bench with 2 fouls.
Belitska, we're level at 8. Belitska through the legs, backs off against Smart, looking to take him on. Creates the space, mid-ranger won't go. Offensive board though, this time for Lithuania, and a big-time rejection. Here comes Trent Jr. to finish at the other end. The USA averaging close to 6 blocks a game. Sarjunas trying to drive through a gap and got caught.
Well, if it's going to happen for Lithuania, it's got to come from their guards. Sayunas there you see going straight to the hoop. There's a lot of quickness in the backcourt for Lithuania, even if they don't have the size down low. There you see great rejection by Wiley. Turns into a transition basket the other way for Trent Jr.
First foul shot good for Ignas Sarjunas. 72% foul shooter through this tournament. 16 points in the quarterfinal yesterday. The second one drops for him as well. Lithuania able to tie the game.
And interesting, Lithuania here putting on a press. We saw that a little bit yesterday, a soft 2-2-1 back into a zone. We knew they were going to play a lot of zone against the USA today. This will be the first time they've done it in the game.
Moved around to the corner for the US, trying to drive the baseline was Trent Jr. There was a whistle before he elevated.
And I think the USA, they're not used to playing against the zone in these international tournaments. So Lithuania wants to create problems, create some turnovers.
Lithuania with a chance to take the lead towards the midway point of the first. Belitska, they'll shoot the 3 here. It's well wide of the mark from Uletskas. He has shot 35% from downtown in the tournament. And there's an offensive foul here against Javonte Smart, another US turnover.
Yeah, and just too much there from Smart. Use your teammates a little bit, run some plays. Huge advantage down low.
Well, despite a big win over Korea, turnovers were a problem for the US in the quarterfinals yesterday. They just had back-to-back turnovers, having not had one for the first 4.5 minutes of the game here. And now Lithuania turned the ball right back to them.
Lithuania doing what Korea couldn't do yesterday after a turnover or a missed basket, sprinting back into the key.
Two-pointer won't go, but an offensive rebound for Wiley. He can't put it back in. Rebound grabbed by U17. Velitska. U17 setting the screen, moving inside, receives the ball, and an easy 2 points.
Lithuania, their spacing is so good that during the pick and roll, there's always going to be somebody open. The key for USA is to make sure it's somebody on the outside.
Outside shot off the mark again for the Americans. Wiley trying to get it back in, can't. And the US are 0 of 4 from downtown. Lithuania by 2, 4 minutes of the first to play. Velitska. Prodding and probing again. There's another pass towards U17. Didn't reach him this time. Deflected back to the corner. 5 to shoot, but he stood on the line.
Looks like we might have a foul here, and that's going to be 2 shots. Here you see the replay. He was out of bounds one time, wasn't called, and then the foul on Smart. And USA making wholesale changes. Watch number 8 in the game for USA, Sexton. He was electric yesterday. He's been electric this entire tournament. He has the ability to do things nobody else on this USA team can do.
By Tunas at the line, a break for Lithuania. And a chance to go up by 4. By Tunas was 0 of 7 from the field yesterday in that quarter-final.
And you know, the more fouls there are, the slower this game is. That's going to benefit Lithuania because they just don't have the depth of USA's team.
It's 2 big foul shots. Lithuania double their lead. Here goes Sexton. That's what he can do.
Wow. And the speed, the quickness, the first step, so explosive.
Velitska. It's all about the 2 number 8s at the moment. And there's the steal. Can they keep it in play? They can towards Sexton from Howard. They turn it right back over, and now USA caught down court by Tunas. And Velitska slows it down. He's called for the offensive foul.
And that's the right call, and frankly, you can make that call a lot against this Lithuania team. Some of those picks that are being set are very borderline. Lithuania has to be careful the rest of the way.
2 fouls on U17. 2 already on Kozis and Kaisunas for Lithuania. Sexton taking off again. Offensive board not quite reeled in by Jackson Jr. It's Lithuania ball.
Jackson Jr. is looking around saying, it looked like it was off somebody else. There you see the speed of Sexton all the way to the hoop. Finishes so well at the rim too. Just like Trent Jr.
U17 by Vaitunas, Velitska. Final 3 minutes of the first. Lithuania keeping their noses in front. Valtsiunas looking to attack now, and the big block. Lithuania trying to recover, and they do at half court. Have to get a shot away here. The 3, it's good for Uletskas.
Hey, sometimes you need a little bit of luck. Lithuania pushes the lead out to 5 now.
Uletskas was well off with his first attempt from the outside, hits the second one. Here's Howard trying to respond, and does for the US.
And that's important for USA because Lithuania, I think, is mostly happy for USA to bomb away from outside. Haven't shot very well in this tournament. Howard there commits the foul.
First foul on Howard, 2 minutes and 20 to play in the first. Lithuania by 2.
And you got to be careful sometimes as a young player. When you make a big shot, you get excited, your emotions get the best of you, and you see that a lot. The very next possession, you commit a foul, especially when you're in the bonus.
Vaitunas At the line, 3 of 3 now. Lithuania looking to go up by 4 again. And he hits. Moved on towards Cartier-Gordon, who puts it in. And he got contact as well.
USA needs to continue to do that, pound it down low. That's where the advantage is. Lithuania already with 3 guys with 2 fouls.
Gordon with the and 1. USA within 1. There's the press, they get out of it to Balciunas. Got to get across half court, long pass, caught high by U17. Final 2 minutes of the first. Velitska looking to attack Sexton, and out of nowhere came Jackson Jr. And the foul at the other end will send the USA to the line for a chance to take the lead.
A good foul there on the break, but this is the pace Lithuania doesn't like. Pressing up and down, fast break. And now they've got 4 guys with 2 fouls early in the game. I mean, this spells trouble already. Velitska is going to have to come out of the game and get a breather.
1 minute and 45 to play in the first. And at the line for the Americans, Cartier-Gordon to try and tie. And now to try and give the US the lead. Lithuania have led by as many as 5 in this first quarter. Remember how good they've been in the first quarters throughout this championships, leading by at least 8 at the end of 1 in all of their 5 games.
And that's silly from Sexton. You foul 94 feet from the floor, and now you give Lithuania 2 free throws when it looked like they were struggling to score the last couple minutes. What a defensive play there by Jackson Jr. coming over to the weak side. I'm not sure if that's a block or a steal or what, but whatever it was, fantastic play.
First foul on Sexton, and Thomas Balciunas, the player at the line for Lithuania. Only 2 of 7 before that one at these championships from the foul line.
And it's important for these substitutes when they come into the game. You get easy shots at the free throw line. If you make 1 or 2 of them, all of a sudden you get into the game, the nerves go away, you're much more relaxed.
Well, he makes both foul shots. We talked about the troubles of a number of teams at these championships from the line. Lithuania shooting 62% coming into this one. Have hit 9 of 11 so far. They need to continue to hit those free throws. Sexton lost the ball out of bounds. Lithuania possession.
Yeah, and you know, USA could do that against some of the weaker teams in this tournament. One dribble, go to the hoop, layup. This is a much better Lithuanian team. They're going to have to work harder on offense to score.
Villiers springing the ball forward for Lithuania. On it goes to Vaičiūnas. Villiers again looking to drive away from the defense. Got hit hard on his way to the deck by Jackson Jr.
You love to see the substitute come in the game and attack the rim right away. No fear. He sees the mismatch against Jackson Jr. And a little shove in the back from Jackson Jr. Good call by the referee. You look up at the board, 2 fouls for Smart, 2 fouls for Carter, but foul trouble never really an issue with the USA because they are so deep.
Domantas Villiers just 2 of 11 from the field through the tournament, showing great confidence to drive at the American defense there and earn the trip to the line. Lithuania continue to make their foul shots. They continue to keep the Americans at bay. They lead by 4 as we approach the final minute of the first. Sexton across to Howard. Howard onto the right hand, driving towards the baseline. Tipped in by Jackson Jr., but it won't count.
It's like a foul before that, but you like Howard attacking the rim, taking it straight to the defense. There you see the foul. Body against body. And that's now 3 fouls for U17.
So Howard at the line for the Americans, just his second trip to the foul line in this tournament.
Interesting here, U17 stays in the game in the first quarter with 3 fouls. I mean, he's a guy you have to have. You can't risk him having a 4th foul. And now he's going to come out of the game.
It's been a high-scoring first quarter. A minute to play. Lithuania 23-21 over the US. And now he takes a seat. U17. Well, they've turned it over, and the US with a chance to tie.
Can't have unforced errors there. 6th turnover for Lithuania.
Sexton with the inbound. The 3 to take the lead. Good for Howard.
Howard's a big-time shooter, can make it from anywhere.
Vilius looking to get away from Howard here. Across to the far side, Uletskas for 3, short. The US advancing the ball so quickly. Colin Sexton trying to adjust mid-air, couldn't finish. Disrupted by the defense. The US grabbed the ball still. Howard. Howard crossing over, pulling up for the long 2. Short, another offensive board. Sexton puts it in, and look at the celebration.
Referees didn't like Sexton tossing the ball out of bounds. Gave him a warning. Next time it's going to be a technical, but he's the energy of this team. Since he's been in, things have changed for the USA. The intensity has picked up.
USA by 3. Trying to force another turnover.
And that's the difference between these teams. When they go to their bench, USA stays strong. Lithuania, they start to struggle.
The Americans showing their strength in depth, their all-round quality. They do turn it over again, Lithuania. The 3, trying to double the advantage. Lithuania come up with the ball with Vilius. Final seconds of the first. They advance it quickly, but it's picked off. The Americans trying to secure it, and do. They get the shot away in time. And they have the edge by 3 at the end of 1. Led by the 8 points of Marcus Howard, who hit a big shot from the outside towards the end of that quarter. Lithuania actually led for longer in the quarter than the Americans, but they find themselves behind after 1 for the first time in this tournament. USA 26, Lithuania 23.
Here you see the game stats. USA hasn't shot the ball very well. Just 2 for 7 from 3-point range. Lithuania is happy for them to shoot it from outside. Rebounds, 10 offensive rebounds for USA. We knew that was going to be huge. And there you see the assists, 4 to 3. And turnovers, Lithuania, 8 turnovers. The press starting to affect them as they move to the second unit. 5 steals for USA.
We saw that quarterfinal for the US against Korea yesterday. Korea did pretty well in the first quarter, and then the US went on to win by over 50. It's one thing keeping up with this American team through 10 minutes of basketball. It's a whole other thing doing it through 40 minutes of basketball.
Well, that's the thing. They come at you in waves over and over. They don't lose anything from their second unit, from their first unit to their second unit. Where Lithuania, once they got into foul trouble, they started to go to their second unit. It became much more difficult. I think at Lithuania, you just have to roll the dice. You've got to play your guards, Malishka, Sargunas. You've got to play in 35 minutes and hope that they can stand up against the rigors of the USA press.
The USA size advantage, seeing them up 14 to 6 points in the paint. They've had 10 offensive rebounds, leading to 6 second chance points. This American team so capable of spreading the scoring around. 8 from Howard, and then a bunch of players on 3 and 4. Lithuania led by the 5 of Sarjunas. They've had 4 from Vaičiūnas from the foul line.
You see the steals, USA 5-1. A lot of that has to do with the press, and Malishka back in the game. Can't stay on the bench too long, he's just too good.
Well, let's get to Vaičiūnas for 3, short. Sexton able to recover. On by Howard to the far side to Sexton. Sexton had it picked off by his opposite number. Velitska for three. Too long. Rebound secured by the Americans.
It's a good shot against the pick and roll. You've got to keep them honest. Great steal.
The turnover for the US. Here goes Velitskas. Oh, what a pretty finish.
You hear oohs and ahs from the crowd out here. Up and under. Gorgeous play from Uliskas. He was fantastic in the last game, the quarterfinal win. Doing it again tonight.
Averaging 10 points per game at these championships. Lithuania within one, and it goes towards the low post, forced up and in by Cartier-Gordon. 16 points, 7 rebounds in 14 minutes yesterday. He was 7 of 8 from the field. Thrown away by Lithuania into the hands of Jackson Jr. The spin towards the baseline. Can't get it to go first time. He'll try again, and he's fouled from behind Cartier-Gordon.
Great move, spin, baseline. Couldn't make the first one, but quick off the ground, able to get the second one. Nothing Lithuania could do but foul. This press has really affected Lithuania. What USA is trying to do is force the ball into the corners where they can trap, but essentially it's like a four square, because you've got the corners of the sidelines, and then you've got the two players trapping you, and Lithuania hasn't been able to get the ball into the middle to attack it from towards the hoop.
Gordon at the line, only 5 of 12, make it 5 of 13 at the tournament. The Americans as a team shooting 67%. Certainly not the worst we've seen in this competition, although Cartier-Gordon misses both. By Velitska, the Lithuania turn it over again, their 10th turnover.
Looks like a little miscommunication there. There you see the gorgeous up and under layup. Wow.
By Trent Jr., moved on by Troy Brown. The mid-ranger good for Javonte Smart. 5 points for him, USA by 5, 12 minutes in. To the corner it goes to Letskas. And he's turned the ball over with a travel, so 11 turnovers for Lithuania. They've averaged only 16 a game, but 11 in the first 12 and a bit minutes here against the US.
And a good timeout for Lithuania. They need to compose themselves. They've struggled so far after the first 6 or 7 minutes.
So there's a look at the Lithuanian top scorers. Sarjunas and Uletskas, 5 points, including that pretty layup from Uletskas not too long ago. The Americans leading by 5 though, behind 8 points from Marcus Howard. They've had 6 as well from Gordon and 5 from Smart.
And I like what USA is doing. Here you see Sexton with the layup. They're mixing up the defenses. Lithuania can't get comfortable. When it's just man-to-man and they can run their pick and roll, they're very comfortable. You see that long outside shot, the bench of Lithuania getting into it. The bench of Lithuania hasn't been able to get into it recently. Velitska here needs to take control as a point guard, and things need to run through him.
Colin Sexton has only played 4.5 minutes so far. The USA can unleash him at any time. Pretty dribble and a fantastic finish.
Yeah, you said it, great finish, contorting his body, finish over 2 players.
Velitska releasing quickly down court. All scrappy and untidy from Lithuania.
Yeah, they're really
cling on to possession.
They're really struggling here. Velishka's coming out of the game, and Sarunas is going to take over at the point guard. There's just no organization with the press break.
So the US by 7. 7.5 to play in the first half. Sarunas to inbound the ball for Lithuania. I don't want to let this one get away from them, and that's an important shot there from Kaisunas.
That's a pretty shot, and they needed that.
Gary Trent Jr., the spin move into the paint, the finish off the window. Gary Trent Jr. dizzying the defense. The 3 for Lithuania, off the mark, but an offensive board. Back it goes to Vasiliauskas. Uletskas. Looking for the ball in the paint was Kaisunas. He fell to the floor under contact.
There you see the spin move by Trent Jr. Goes right one dribble all the way back. And the strength and the athleticism to be able to finish that shot. Between him and Sexton, 2 of the best finishers in this tournament.
Lithuania looking to cut into a 7-point deficit, a miss from the corner. They're just 2 of 8 from the 3-point line now. Here's Gary Trent Jr. Onto the corner it goes to Troy Brown. Brown back to Trent Jr. He's going to look to attack. Stops and pops from the foul line but can't finish. And here come Lithuania with Sarunas. It's going to be a 2 if he hits it. It's an air ball.
And Lithuania not afraid to shoot it from outside. And that's good to see, but if you're not making it, hey, run some offense, get things going. They were so effective early on running the pick and roll. We saw the same thing last game. They started so well running the pick and roll. They went away from it, and that's what they're doing right now.
Lithuania scored 23 points in the first quarter, just 4 so far here in the second. The Americans trying to stretch their advantage. Rebound grab though by Kaisunas. Bundled in by Sarunas to stop the rot.
And you see the quickness. We've seen that all tournament. Uses his body so well and able to finish with the left hand.
And number 7 leads the way for Lithuania with 7. USA by 5. Emmanuel quickly. Around it comes to Smart. Through the legs. Shot clock down to 4. Put up the long 2 off the mark from Knox. Offensive rebound though for Gordon. Gordon twisting and turning. The hook shot in, out and back in again.
Great strength by the big man. Took his touch. That's what you like to see from big men. Take your time. You're in no rush. Use your body to shield the defender.
Vasiliauskas trapped on the near side of the court, found a way out. Across it goes to Sarunas, midway point of the second. Lithuania just trying to stay within touch of the US here, and it's a steal. If he can secure it, he can't. Recovered, they have to put it up though. End of the shot clock, off the front rim. Wasn't too far away, and then the foul.
A good professional foul, and Lithuania all out of sorts right now. The press has really been affecting them. They can't get into their offense. They're going to have to figure out a way to break that press and get USA back into man-to-man defense. There you see the foul against Trent Jr. Smart's out of the game. Howard back in.
This is a really important 5 minutes or so before halftime for Lithuania. The USA hoping to create a double-digit lead here. Gary Trent Jr. back out to Marcus Howard, across to the far side. Lithuania looking for the steal, able to secure it. Great work.
Again, turnover's a problem for this USA team.
It's their 9th. Velitska got free to finish, yes.
And there, Velitska back on the floor, run your pick and roll through him. He brings a certain calmness to this team when he's on the floor.
Marcus Howard across to the far side, looking to drive down the baseline as quickly to the corner. The 3 for Howard. They can't grab the rebound though, the Lithuanians. They do now.
What do we have? What's the call here? Referees conferring, looks like, is it a late foul call?
The Lithuanians didn't look happy.
Well, the crowd's not happy. There's whistles, there's boos. Here's the play, up and under. Arms get tangled. Is it a foul against the USA? Unsportsmanlike foul against 13. Is that USA? Indeed. Unsportsmanlike foul against Gordon. Sends Kaisunas to the free throw line. Looked like he just grabbed his leg as he was trying to run away. It's difficult to see live, but the referee right there on top of it.
Getting his first trip to the line of this tournament. Confirmation, Cartier-Gordon called for the unsportsmanlike. That gives Lithuania a real break with 4 minutes and change remaining in the first half. The USA have been up by 7, threatened to increase that differential. Lithuania now with a chance to get it back to within 3 and then have possession as well. A miss though from Kaisunas, the first one. Shooting 50% from the field. He misses both from the line. Still Lithuanian ball though. Belitska.
Zone now from USA. They're trying to mix up the defense a lot to confuse this Lithuanian team.
3 for Sayunas from a couple of feet back beyond the three-point line.
And he's their big scorer. He's feeling it. He wants the ball.
Lithuania within 2. He's into double figures. Cartier-Gordon twisting and turning. Can't find the finish, but it's still American ball.
Great defense by Kaisunas with 2 fouls. He knew he had to play good defense, and he did.
Timeout called with 2 or 3.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Lithuania from 7 down have got themselves within 2.
There you see the great spin move by Trent Jr. we saw earlier. And then, of course, Sargunas doing it from all over the floor.
The Lithuanians have certainly kept this one close longer than the Koreans did in the quarterfinal against the Americans yesterday. It's just a 1-possession game across the midway point of the second quarter.
And you got to think they're 3 for 10 from three-point line. Not amazing. 11 turnovers for Lithuania. I mean, they're not playing amazing basketball right now, and they're still just 2 points away.
Out it goes to Quickly for 3. Over the top of the basket, recovered. Didn't hit the rim. The hook shot, beautiful from Knox.
And frustrating for Lithuania. They play great defense, force the shot they want, but Knox able to recover and toss it in.
His first score after 17 points in 18 minutes yesterday. Belitska. Belitska trying to get away from the attentions of Marcus Howard. Back out to the perimeter it goes. Vasiliauskas puts the ball on the floor towards the foul line and it knocked away. Here come the USA with Knox again down court.
And the Lithuanian coach not happy. Here you see the move right here by Knox. Looked like Vasiliauskas at the last minute turned his shoulder. Could have had a charge. Coaches hate that. They want you to sacrifice your body for the team.
So Knox goes to the foul line. 9 of 10. in this tournament. The big man, a good foul shooter, continuing that run. I mentioned 17 points in 18 minutes yesterday. He did have 7 turnovers in 18 minutes.
He's given them a boost here today, 4 straight points. One thing USA has done well is shot free throws much better than they did yesterday.
They're up by 6. Lithuania recovering on the near side with Velitska. Velitska back to the far side, pass slightly behind Sayunas, able to reach it. Can he get it off the hop? No. And out of bounds. It's going to be American ball. How important are these 2.5 minutes now with USA up by 6?
Well, more important for Lithuania. They can't go into the locker room down 12, 14. That's going to be disaster. It looked like an off-the-ball foul there against Quickly, who just checked into the game.
Second on Knox.
And, you know, something the USA players have to learn is referees out here, they love to call offensive fouls, and they're just a little bump and going the other way.
Velitska through the legs a couple of times, trying to attack Sexton. Out to the perimeter it goes. 3 off the mark. Here comes Quickly. Down court with pace and gets bumped.
Good professional foul. You got a foul to give, use it. Velitska, though, that's now his second. He's so important for this team. He can't really afford to give up fouls. I mean, it's good to make those professional fouls, but the right guys have to do them. Somebody like him is just far too valuable for this team.
Leading the team with 4 assists so far in this first half. Open look for 3 is good for Marcus Howard. He's hit a couple of those today.
And that's the guy you don't want to leave alone. He's the best shooter on the team.
Shooting 50% from downtown in the tournament. Velitska, long 3 for him. Short, rebound grabbed by Quickly. Here's the danger for Lithuania, and the Americans looking for it. Double-digit lead, the rejection. Now can they finish it? Sayunas with the pass and the foul from Howard.
What a block by Velitska. We didn't know he could get up like that. Well, USA now pushing the lead out to 9 points. This is the danger zone for Lithuania. Have to make your free throws here, have to get some stops. You got to go into the locker room. You can get into the locker room at about a 5-6 point disadvantage. You give yourself a real shot.
I mean, we saw Turkey come back from 15 down against Spain in the first semi-final. You can't see a team doing that against this American side.
Yeah, this is a whole different beast, this USA team. Because eventually Lithuania, they're going to wear down. The only way they're coming back in the game is if they keep it within touching distance. They're going to keep that adrenaline up.
The USA not having been tested yet at this tournament, it's really unknown how they will adapt to the pressure if Lithuania can keep it close.
And interesting here, Lithuania going back to the press. We haven't seen a ton of zone for them. We thought there'd be a much more zone-oriented team against USA. Haven't seen that a lot yet.
Quickly with the pass to Sexton. He'll bring it over half court. The difference is 7 in the USA's favor. Final minute and a half of the first half. Sexton looking to drive. Back by Gordon to Sexton. 5 on the shot clock. He's going to drive down the baseline, attacks a horde of green shirts, can't finish. Velitska grabs the ball, protects it well. Now he's down court quickly. Huge minute of this semi-final for Lithuania. Sayunas looking to attack between 2 of them. Couldn't get it to drop. Trent Jr. Sexton for 3, bang, heartbreaker.
Huge shot. Hasn't shot the ball particularly well in this tournament, but shot that with a whole lot of confidence.
The double-digit lead for the US. Velitska. Kozis. Velitska again. Attacking, dishing it. And the foul from behind as Kaisunas rose.
You see lots of pick and roll for Lithuania. Eventually they're going to get what they want. Nice dish off by Velishka. There's the foul on the backside. Lucky it wasn't goaltend as well, pulling the net.
Shot clock turned off at the end of the first half. Lithuania at the line with Lukas Kaisunas. Four points, 3 rebounds so far today for him. It's his first trip to the foul line in the tournament. Lithuania need each and every point they can get at this stage. Changes for the Americans. 9-point gap, final seconds of the first half. Troy Brown to Colin Sexton. Sexton looking for the final shot of the second quarter, driving in, aggressive play, and gets contact as he hits the 2 defenders.
Good move by Sexton with the left hand. Help defense just couldn't get over there in time. But it leaves Lithuania with almost 6 seconds for a shot, and you know that's not ideal for USA. But again, Lithuania, we said they didn't want to get into the locker room down double digits.
Third foul on Velitska as well. Big blow for Lithuania.
And that goes back to him giving up that foul a couple minutes ago. He's just far too valuable for the team.
Sexton with the foul shot. And one more to come. There you see his average through the championship. It's been spectacular for the Americans, their leading scorer. And this one won't quite drop for him. 8 points in 9 minutes. Long attempt at the buzzer, won't go down. It's a 10-point American lead at half-time. A long way back already for Lithuania, but certainly still possible. They need to start shooting the ball a little better from beyond the 3-point line. You feel just 3 of 14 in that first half. The Americans in front, led by the 11 points of Marcus Howard, who has been knocking them down from the outside. Lithuania led by the 10 of Sarjunas. They have to regroup now in the locker room at the break. At the end of 2, USA 47, Lithuania 37.
Check out some stats here from this game. Lithuania started off so very well, trailed off once USA put on the press. 3 points, 36% from USA. Only 21% from Lithuania. Free throws have kept them in the game, 73%. And check out rebounds, 14 offensive rebounds. That's really been the difference in this game. Fouls even, but for Lithuania, fouls much more important is they don't have the depth. 12 turnovers from Lithuania. That's expected against the press of USA. 7 steals from the USA team.
There's a look at the game leaders. Sarjunas 10 points for Lithuania. Howard 11 for the Americans. 7 rebounds along with 8 points for Cartier-Gordon in just 11 minutes. As we look at some of the highlights from the first half, and you talk about the strength and depth of the Americans, they're outscoring the Lithuanian bench 27-15.
Well, they just keep coming at you and keep coming at you. And eventually it started to wear Lithuania down. The big fear for Lithuania is their best player, point guard Velishka, now has 3 fouls going into the second half. But this isn't over. You know, Lithuania, they've shown that they can play with this USA team. The problem is the depth. But if they can hit some 3-pointers, who knows, right?
Lithuania 3 of 14 from downtown. Certainly have players like Uletskas who can knock down the shot from the outside. They need a few more of those to go if they're to combat the power and athleticism inside of the Americans, who pulled down those 14 offensive rebounds, translated into 7 extra second chance points, and they lead by 10 at the break. Join us for the second half here in around 10 minutes time. USA 47, Lithuania 37. Welcome back to the Siglo XXI Pavilion. Halfway through the second semi-final of the day at the FIBA U17 World Championships. A look at the leading scorer for Lithuania, Ignas Sayunas, 10 points in the first half, but it's the Americans who lead by 10, thanks to that man, Marcus Howard, 11 points to lead them in scoring. They've got 8 apiece from Sexton and from Gordon, as well as 7 from Smart, doing their usual job of spreading the scoring around, and have 1 foot now in the gold medal match on Sunday, which would be against the upset specialists, Turkey.
Well, absolutely, and you know, Lithuania, they feel like they're not out of this. They're down 10 points, but they played well in stretches. They just couldn't put it all together. Foul trouble has been a big problem for them. Their point guard, Velishka, he's got 3. And if he's out of the game, they really do have no chance. But so he's going to have to keep himself on the floor. At some point, you figure Lithuania is going to have to go to a zone and rebound as best as they can. It's going to be an uphill battle, no question. The one thing they can point to is they haven't shot the ball well, and they are a good shooting team. So if they can shoot the 3, only 3 for 14 so far, they're going to give themselves a shot.
So the USA by 10. This is the largest lead of the game for either team as we look to start the second half. Lithuania have been up by 5. Just found it difficult in that second quarter to stick with the Americans. Just a 3-point game at the end of 1. The US winning that second quarter 21-14.
The USA, they've done their job. You know, they started a little slow, but they knew once they went to their second unit, they were going to be able to take off against Lithuania's second unit. So they're going to have to kind of maintain that intensity throughout the second half.
Let's see if Lithuania can fight their way back into this one. Had to dig deep in their quarter-final against France to cause an upset. This would be a far bigger upset if they could turn this one around. The Americans hoping to make it 29 straight wins at these championships and book their place in the gold medal match for the 4th tournament in a row.
And they knew they were going to get a good match here against Lithuania. It wasn't like some of the other games they played where it was just a track meet up and down. I think last night they had 100 points in the third quarter already against Korea. USA has had to work and fight for everything in this game, still with 47 points at halftime.
The USA have won 5 in a row by an average margin of 49 points. The closest anyone's got to them is Turkey, who lost by 18. And of course it could be a rematch in the final if things go the Americans' way in this second half.
US will start with the ball here in the second half. Lithuania, you wonder at what point they're going to play the zone, because they have to protect their guys down low. Usually when your team gets into foul trouble, you play zone to protect your guys. The problem is, are they going to be able to rebound out of that? They've done a rebounding so far despite being undersized.
Start of the second half of this second semi-final of the day here at the FIBA U17 World Championships. USA leading by 10, 47-37. Javonte Smart, who had 7 points in the first quarter. This is Troy Brown. On to Smart again. Inside they go to Carter Jr. towards the baseline. Strong move, but he couldn't finish. Lithuania having to battle for every loose ball.
You see what USA wanted to do. Carter Jr. is upset with himself, felt like he should have made that shot. But USA right away, they want to pound it inside. They smell blood, there's foul trouble. You just have to finish those easy ones.
That's Carter Jr.'s 3rd foul, but we've talked already about how much strength and depth the Americans have. Not so much of an issue for them. If Lithuania were to lose Arnas Velitska, then it would be a huge problem.
There's that man, Velishka. When he's on the court, we talked about him. There's a calmness to this Lithuanian team. Never rushes. He just hasn't shot the ball very well so far.
Sayunas getting into the paint. Unable to finish underneath the basket though. Still Lithuania ball. Would be a big psychological boost to get the first score of the second half and to make it a single-digit game again. Kozis for 3. Another miss from the outside. Trying to grab the offensive ball was Vasiliauskas, but muscled out of it.
It's got to be frustrating for the Lithuanian team. They get exactly what they want, just can't knock it down.
An air ball thrown up by Troy Brown, who's struggled from the outside in this tournament.
A capable shooter, just hasn't shot it as well as he would have hoped so far.
Hard fall for Lucas Kaisunas.
And was that an unsportsmanlike foul called there? Let's see. Looks like it's just a hold. There you see across the neck, maybe a little bit of acting, but sometimes you got to sell it.
Certainly not afraid to take the bump.
That's 2 quick fouls already in the first 55 seconds. And actually it is. It's unsportsmanlike foul.
The miss for Kaisunas at the line. One more to come and possession for Lithuania.
And now, 4 free throws off of unsportsmanlike calls. They've only made 1 of them. It's got to be a little bit frustrating for Lithuania. They just haven't been able to hit the outside shots or the free throws they've needed to.
Belitska. And to the far side it goes for Lithuania, trying to make it as close as 7 from 10 down. Belitska into the paint, trying to find Kozis on this near side. Good interception. Here come the US now with Knox. Back it goes to Brown, across to this side to Trent Jr. The 3 for him is good, and USA up by 12, largest lead of the game.
And it's so difficult to guard when Trent Jr. and Sexton are hitting their shots because they're so quick off the dribble.
Sayunas getting free and splitting the defense.
How quick is he? His first step is so explosive. And then he's able to get up and finish. And now you see the zone from Lithuania.
And it goes towards Austin Wiley, batted away, but that's a tough break for Lithuania. Unable to gather it, and Kevin Knox rubs salt in the wounds. USA by 12. Belitska. Sayunas for 3, yes!
Great pass by Belitska. 3 USA players converged on him and found the open shooter.
6 assists in the game now for Belitska. The Lithuanians keeping themselves alive. Trent Jr. to answer back. Back-to-back 3s for him.
Man, he's come out playing great in this second half. That's what he can do. He can do it from outside. He can do it from inside. Like Sexton, a complete player.
So the lead back up to 12. Belitska. Basket won't count. There was a whistle before.
Foul on Smart. Different for those American players. As soon as you get your arms up across the ball handler's chest, automatic foul.
The Americans showing the quality just to shut down any momentum here in the third. Lithuania, a couple of big plays have threatened to start a comeback, and each and every time the US have had an answer. Belitska, long 3. The rebound Knox. Knox back out to the perimeter. It would have been 3 in a row for Gary Trent Jr. He's got the hot hand right now, but the basket won't count.
First foul against Sarunas. He's done well to keep himself out of foul trouble. So important for this team.
So USA to inbound, non-shooting foul against Sayunas. This is Troy Brown. A 19-9 run for the US to open up this gap. Knox attacking inside. Can't hit the shot on the turn. Lithuania really can't afford to let this American lead grow. Disappointing miss from the outside for Kozis.
Again, open shots for Lithuania over and over and just can't knock them in. It's been their downfall. And during this game. They've created really well for themselves. There you see the foul down low against Carter Jr.
They've shot 33% from the three-point line as a team. They feel they could have increased that number, although here it's decreased. 4 of 18 from downtown now for 22%. Even if they'd have kept up that 33% mark, they'd have had an extra 6 points at this stage. Sayunas, there's the pass. Sayunas forced away and back over half court. The attack from the Americans comes from Javonte Smart.
And you can just feel the American pressure starting to wear down this Lithuanian team.
Velitska, largest lead of the game at 14. Velitska out to Uletskas. They could do with this one. He can't hit. Another miss from the outside.
4 for 19 now for Lithuania. They've had their chances.
Smart. A battle inside now as Wendell Carter Jr. goes in strong and gets caught.
Good strong move by Carter. You have the size advantage, the strength advantage. Straight to the hoop. You don't need to play around with the smaller guys.
4th foul on Uruzaitis. The US starting to pull away now. And into the game comes Paulius Poska for the first time for Lithuania. Poska's not played a great deal at these championships, just 10 minutes a game over 2 games. Up the line it's Wendell Carter Jr. 5 of 7 from the stripe over the first 5 games. Hits there. Just a couple of points today. One of the 7 Americans averaging in double figures misses the second foul shot. 15-point lead. On by Poska, who's just come in. Velitska. Vasiliauskas.
Great pass.
Creating a nuisance of himself on the perimeter. Opened up the outside shot again for Lithuania. And there's Vasiliauskas underneath to get the second chance basket.
Now you see the zone from Lithuania. And you know, that's how you beat a zone. You get the ball to the short corner and then you find the cutter. And Lithuania, they really don't have any choice. You know, they've got their 3rd or 4th string big men on the court right now. They're just not going to be able to match up one-on-one against the likes of Jackson Jr. or Carter or Wiley.
The lead 13 and a chance to make it back to 15 from the stripe. Jackson Jr. hits the first. His first point of the day. Had 3 blocks in that quarterfinal win over Korea. 15-point USA lead, 15 minutes to play. Across to the near side to Sayunas, foot on the line, turns it over.
And there you see just tiniest of toes on the line, and he knew it right away.
We've got a stoppage towards the midway point of the 3rd quarter.
Looks like the shot clock didn't start on that possession. It's happened a couple times today already. And Lithuania, you know, they're not out of it yet, down 15. The thing is they're getting open shots over and over, and if they can start to hit those shots, they're going to build some momentum. This crowd might get behind them. They, you know, you look at their body language right now, they feel like they've lost already. It's difficult with so much foul trouble. You've got your 2 best big guys on the bench for long stretches.
We're down 15 with 15 minutes to play. They almost need a point back a minute.
They're a capable team, and it's definitely possible.
There's Sexton, hangs it high, oh my, Wendell Carter Jr.
And they set that play up brilliantly. That's something they work on in practice. They knew it was coming, cleared out one side for the alley-oop.
So Unas across to the far side, picked off. The USA looking to blow this one open. Trent Jr. Sexton. Combining again with Wendell Carter Jr. and forced in by Troy Brown. It's a 19-point game.
The USA players love it. That alley-oop has got them excited. They can smell the gold medal game.
It's taken them until the third quarter, but they've pulled away. The reigning gold medal holders at these under-17 FIBA World Championships up by 19, 12 points for Trent Jr., who's lit it up from the outside in this third quarter, leading the way. 11 from Howard as well, as we look at the leaders for Lithuania. 15 for Sarjunas, the only player in double figures for them though, and in fact the only player over 6 points.
There you see the alley-oop. Pinpoint accuracy with the pass. And Carter Jr. finishes as well as you can finish. There it is one more time. Head at the rim. And his teammates love it.
Look at the points in the paint. 34-18. Showing that American dominance inside. Looking like mission impossible now. Velitska gets it back from Vasiliauskas. Velitska driving into the paint, across to the far side. Corner three, short. Brown to Trent Jr., onto the far side to Sexton. And a foul just in front of him on Posca.
And now that's two-shot bonus. Every single foul from this point on. And really, you could call that foul at any point in the game because Lithuania is trying to push up and have the defender on ball go under the screen. It's perhaps a little bit too aggressive on that play. Another thing for Lithuania, when you've got your top two big men out of the game, your whole rhythm is off on your pick and roll on the offensive end as well.
2 foul shots for Wendell Carter Jr., 6 points for him. The USA up by 21. Four minutes of the third quarter to play, and it's slipped away from Lithuania after sticking with the US for much of the first half. Villiers bringing the ball over centre court. Harassed by Sexton, able to get away, but threw it away.
And that USA pressure keeps coming at you, You never get a break. So difficult for teams to get comfortable.
You know what, they were challenged here for at least the first half, and look at the turnovers. Sexton gets the roll.
And his teammates jumping off the bench. Crossover so quick. The defender, Vasilis, fell down. Oh, wow. And then still able to finish.
Oletskas had it picked off. Here comes Trent Jr. Contact as he rose to the rim and got the shot away. Going back to those turnovers, 26 for America in the quarterfinal yesterday. They wouldn't have been happy with that. They've only turned the ball over 9 times here.
They played much, much better today. There you see the move by Sexton. and able to finish with the right hand unbelievably quick, and his teammates love it. Great move.
Third foul on Poskason's coming in. Gary Trent Jr. at the line. Adds to his team high tally, now has 13. This one would get the US up by 25. He misses it, but an offensive board and the big stuff from Carter Jr.
The athleticism to catch the ball, not bring it down, and then go straight up.
Villiers getting away from Sexton again. Dalgala into the game for the first time, across to Uletskis in the corner. Put it from mid-range. It'll drop eventually for Vasiliauskas.
Good offense there by Lithuania. Ball goes from one side to the other and then inside. Nice little 12-foot jump shot.
Colin Sexton wants to attack it, feeling it. He's turned it over. Well, no, there was celebrations on the Lithuanian bench.
A little confusion here from the referees. Looks like we got a technical foul against Lithuania, number 4, Vasilius. Not sure what it was for.
So the foul shots for the US. Here we have a look at that play again.
There's the foul. I don't think that's what the technical foul was for. That wouldn't be a technical foul. He must have argued with the referee shortly after that.
Marcus Howard, the inbound pass to Sexton. 2.5 to play in the third. Colin Sexton, quick crossover into the paint, creates some room, can't finish, grabs his own rebound, and he'll have to earn them from the line.
What you love about Sexton, he plays hard from the first minute to the very last minute, offensively, defensively. You know, if he's really going to turn into a player that's going to take off at the next level, he's got to be able to hit that 12, 13, 14-foot pull-up jump shot, stop on a dime before he gets to the big guys. He hasn't really had to do that in this tournament because there hasn't been the big shot blockers.
I mean, we'd love to see what he's capable of, playing more than an average of 18 minutes a game as well. Misleading stats on your screen. He's averaging 17.8 through the tournament rather than 22. He's got 10 here today. .25 points the difference. The USA firmly in control. Still have possession. Sexton inbounding deep. Jackson Jr. handing it off to Marcus Howard. Howard, the crossover onto the right, pulls up in the paint, knocks it down.
Great move by him. That's what we're talking about. Pull up in that in-between area, 10, 12 feet. He can shoot it from outside. He can shoot it from inside. He's had a great game today.
He leads the way with 14 now for the US. Long three, well off the mark from Dalgela. Howard attacking inside again, hanging. Can't get it to drop off the glass. Lithuania able to grab the rebound, then almost threw it away. Uletskis, nice pass, but Vasiliauskas couldn't handle it.
You see the right hand bounce pass, pinpoint accuracy. Just couldn't hold on.
Final 90 seconds of the third. Manuel quickly. Hasn't played much today. He's averaged 21 minutes over the course of the tournament. Backing in, trying to finish it. Jackson Jr. Lithuania come away with the ball.
Good call by the referee.
1 minute and change remaining in the third. Sexton. Quick attack and spin move was beautiful, but the whistle had already gone.
Again, confusion from the referees. Looks like we're looking at the shot clock once again.
Some sorting out to be done by the officials.
If you look at the USA bench, how excited they are. You know, they want a medal. They want a gold medal. They don't want to be the team that's the first team ever to lose in this tournament the way the U.S. women's team was earlier today, losing to Australia in the semifinals.
The women's team having their 28-game winning streak snapped. The USA on course to make it 29 straight wins in the men's competition.
And hats off to Coach Showalter. He's got these guys playing hard from the first minute to the last minute. Even when the game seems out of reach for the other team.
Quickly, he's only played 6 minutes today, to Sexton. Sexton putting the ball on the floor, attacking at the end of the shot clock, had it knocked away. They have to put it up from the stripe, wide of the mark by Brown.
Shot clock violation there. You wonder if the start of the fourth quarter, if Lithuania is going to try and make one more push, maybe make this thing interesting, bring in their guns, their starting five. Great pass. Offensive foul there. Fans don't like it one bit. I think the reason why, because it was such an excellent pass around that screen. And now we got a technical foul. Is that against the bench partner? Who was that? Who's the technical foul against? Let's see.
Now Geller called for the foul. And Sexton straight to the line. Final seconds of the third quarter. Quickly handling the ball, and it goes towards Jackson Jr. Sexton got bumped on the outside, following it through though, able to grab it and then hit hard from behind.
And Sexton again, it feels like every other minute we're saying his name. He's always around the ball, he's always attacking the rim, he's getting rebounds, he's playing hard-nosed defense.
The most electrifying man in this tournament, Colin Sexton. Shot off the mark from Marcus Howard. Back into his possession though. Final seconds of the third. They'll hold it for the final shot of the quarter. Howard for three. Can't get it to go. The USA well and truly in control though at the end of three. They've blown this game wide open. The scoring for Lithuania has dried up. They have their chances from downtown, but shooting less than 20% from the three-point line. And the Americans into a commanding lead, 75-47, now have just about both feet in that gold medal game on Sunday.
What a tremendous third quarter from USA. Three-point percentage now up to 40%. For the Americans and Lithuania, 18%, 4 for 22. That's been their undoing. And they've had open shots and 21 turnovers. That's not going to help either. 11 steals for the Americans.
There's a look at the top scorers in the game. As usual, several in double figures for the US. 14 for Howard leading the way, 13 Trent Jr., 11 for Sexton. We've seen flashes of his brilliance. The USA have spread those minutes and that scoring around again. So much strength in depth and too much for Lithuania to deal with. Just Sarjunas in double figures for them, and still the 15 points of Sarjunas making him the only player to score more than 6 points at the end of the third quarter.
You know, and I think it's important for the Americans. They can keep playing as hard as they want because they've got to get day off tomorrow. There's no game. Remember, they played last night, and now they're off tomorrow, so they're going to have fresh legs for Sunday night. So no fears there. Lithuania, on the other hand, they want a medal. They want to win the third place game. They might have to be careful with their players. Even though they do have a day off, they played so many minutes in this tournament. Their top guys, they don't want them beat up going into that bronze medal game. They want to go home with a medal. It's not often you leave a World Championships with a medal.
Start of the fourth quarter of this semi-final at the FIBA U17 World Championships. USA up 75-47. Look at that third quarter, 28-10 in their favor to blow this game wide open. Lithuania trying to hit from the outside again. They get one to go, but too little, too late.
Or is it?
Yes. Down by 25. On by Trent Jr. around the outside. Hung high. Oh! Kevin Knox, the human highlight reel.
Wow. And that was beautiful communication between the Americans. Knox with the leaping ability to get up there and finish.
Behind the back goes Kozis. And Troy Brown was in the way. Lithuania still with the ball. Delgala to the corner. Kozis crossing over to the baseline. Fizzed it to the far side. The three won't go down this time. Kozis battling though and gets contact from his opposite number.
Well, you got to love the Lithuanians still battling, still going strong. You know, we talked about yesterday, you're playing against the American team, you start playing for pride. You want to go back home and you want to tell your friends, hey, I had double-digit scoring against these guys. You know, some of these American players might end up being stars in the NBA someday.
Kozis with the first foul shot. Sarjunas, the only man who does have double-digit scoring for Lithuania in this game. Nobody else close. Kozis up to 6 points. Trapped off the baseline there was Troy Brown. The foul called and Lithuania don't like it.
They don't like it, but it's the right call. Lithuania had the double team there, and then Kaisunis used his body, just shuffled into the offensive player, Brown. You see the foul clear as day. Good right call, good call.
So 9 points to go in this semi-final. The USA about to book their place in the gold medal match for the fourth straight tournament here at the Under-17 World Championships. And will face off against Turkey, who they beat by 18 in the group stage. Turkey, you feel, have grown as a team since then, though. Grown with confidence and caused a couple of really big upsets, beating Canada in the round of 16, or the quarterfinals rather, and then Spain in the semi-finals earlier today.
Well, they have the confidence, no question. They feel like they can beat this USA team. They might not have their best big man on the floor because of injury. We'll find out more tomorrow from the doctors. But regardless, they're going to attack this American team.
That injury to Atash could be key. Of course, there is that rest day that we've talked about before the final, but we don't know the extent of the injury. As another shot goes down for Kevin Knox on the turn.
Wow, I tell you, if he can incorporate that into his game consistently, he's going to be an unstoppable player in the post, because we know he can turn and score and finish as good as any of these big men.
Swung to the corner, the open three for Posko. Complete air ball.
And that summed up their shooting today.
The USA unable to hit that one. 5 of 25 from downtown Lithuania. Just 20%. They attack inside. Here's Daugela. That statistic gets even worse, although they pick up the pieces off the offensive glass with Kaisunas.
And interesting that Belishka and Sarunas aren't playing, already looking forward to the bronze medal game.
Off the steal, Vilius able to score. Back-to-back baskets for them. Deficit reduced to 25 again. Long two. Here's a little short. They're battling on the boards with Knox, and there was a whistle. A foul called on the US.
We saw this yesterday with the US team. They're going to play hard. They're going to battle from the first minute to the last minute. Doesn't matter what the score is, because they have the bodies. They don't have to worry about resting guys.
Here's a look at the foul. Seven minutes to play. Lithuania still trying to play hard. Vaičiūnas getting into the paint, can't finish. Grabbed by Kaisunas, who spun and then drew the contact.
Good strong move there, but I think this is great for the Lithuanian team because they feel like, here you see the move by Kaisunas, a little slap on the elbow. We have a timeout on the court.
Timeout with 7 minutes and 6 seconds to play. USA 81, Lithuania 56. The US now with 4 in double figures, led by the 14 points of Marcus Howard. Wendell Carter Jr. with some highlight reel plays in this second half, not too far off the double-digit mark. He has 8. And here's the leading scorer, Howard, with 14. The USA almost on course to hit that mark of having 7 players in double figures again, as well as the 4 who've already hit that milestone. They've got Smart on 9, Gordon and Carter Jr. on 8. You see the Lithuania top scorers as well. Just saw Unas on 15, nobody else more than 8.
I think this Lithuanian team, they feel like they can beat this American team. They shot the ball so poorly, they got in foul trouble. They're going to take a lot away from this game as they move on, to under 19s and to the senior team. And Lithuania has always given the USA problems on the senior team. So, it starts here with the under 17s, building that confidence that they can play with the best in the world.
Troy Brown, and it goes towards Austin Wiley, bulldozing his way towards the basket, getting contact. And at a key time as well, Velitska having to come out of the game for foul trouble, and he struggled to really establish the same kind of rhythm today that he had in the quarterfinal yesterday. Just 3 points.
Well, exactly. He did have a lot of assists. He created a lot of open shots for his teammates, but the swarming defense of Sexton, of Smart, of Howard, eventually it wears you down.
3 points today after 23 yesterday for Velitska. Wiley at the foul line. Still hasn't scored today. That's unusual in this American team. Does get a point. They usually all get a piece of the action. They still have Emmanuel Quickly and Jordan Brown, who haven't scored. Final 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Vilius in towards the paint, wraps the pass around, open 3, short, another miss from the outside. Quick distribution, whoa! Oh, and the finish from Trent Jr. Made in America.
Great pass, great finish. And it's getting close to highlight time here for the USA. Lithuania has to be careful, they've got to get back on defense.
Vilius getting the layup to go. 15 points now, though, for Gary Trent Jr. Wendell Carter Jr. hangs it high, again to the low post, and Austin Wiley's tangled up.
Good high-low there. These American bigs are so good at sealing their man and creating space and being big targets.
Out to the game comes Elvis U17. He's actually fouled out of the game on just 2 points in 8 minutes today. The foul that sends Austin Wiley to the line, where he just hit one not too long before, misses that one.
And Austin Wiley, he's going to have his pick of colleges next year. About 24 college scouts here, I would say, coming all the way out to Spain to check out some of these USA players.
Colin Sexton onto Wendell Carter Jr. Spins towards the baseline, can't finish. Offensive board. The big stuff from Austin Wiley denied by the foul.
It's so tough when you've got two big men down there. One guy misses, the other is right there. Here's the alley-oop. Gary Trent Jr. skies to get it. We've seen a lot of highlights from this USA team. One more time, we could watch that all night long. We're fine with that.
3 big alley-oop finishes in this semi-final. The last of those we just saw from Gary Trent Jr., son of the former NBA star. And there are a couple of NBA scouts here as well. Villius moving it forward, getting it back from Poska. Lithuania over the top of the basket, grabbed by Wiley. And goes Marcus Howard into the paint and turns it over.
A little bit too much. Lithuania has seen that spin move about 3 times tonight. They knew it was coming. You don't want to get into a situation now for USA where it's your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. You know, you want to keep moving the ball, keep doing the right thing.
The USA still have less than half the turnovers they had yesterday in the quarter-final. They've protected the ball much better, and they've played with a greater intensity, despite scoring around 50 less points at the moment. They were tested for a lot longer in this game. Vaitunas for 3, knocks it down.
I'm sure someone on the Lithuania bench is saying, where was that earlier? We needed that.
Just their 6th 3 from 28 attempts. Quickly, across the midway point of the final quarter. Jordan Brown into the game as well, spins towards the baseline, can't score. And then Balciunas was tangled up and thrown to the floor.
See a little smile from Carter Jr. And you know it's important there, he's getting tangled up down low. Still battling this Lithuania team to the very bitter end here at 11 o'clock local time.
That one won't go for Villius. The USA trying to break free on half court. Sexton was sensing another highlight reel play, but he was stopped in his tracks.
And the referees converging, one called travel, one called foul. They're going to talk about it, see what came first. Normally, they'll go with the travel in that situation. And they're going to go with the travel.
So Sexton turns it over. Just the Americans' 13th turnover of this semi-final.
Yeah, and that's the difference between the game in the USA and the international game is in transition. You've got to put the ball down right away. Really, you can't catch the ball in transition. You've got to slap it down. You learn that when you come overseas for the first time.
Balciunas. Putting the ball on the floor, looking to attack into the paint, knocked away from the side. Still Lithuania ball. The Americans played last on this court yesterday. They played last on this court today, and they will play last on this court on Sunday in the final as they face Turkey. Grabbed off the inbound pass by Cartier Jr. Here comes Howard. Adds to his impressive tally.
He's had a fantastic game today. Gives them the outside shooting, the consistent outside shooting that the team has been lacking early in this tournament.
Bilius looking across to this side to Daugella. There was a foul on the play before. It's the 5th on Posca. So he's fouled out along with Kaisunas and Eurozaitis.
You knew it was coming. They were playing with fire early on with all those fouls.
Sexton, second bite of the cherry for him, puts it in.
He just looks like a guy who just loves to play. He doesn't care what the score is. He just wants to get out there, have fun, plays as hard as he can. Seems like the kind of guy that he'll go to the playground after a game and play another couple games.
Here he is again, Sexton. Lovely crossover, finds the pass to the outside to Quickly. He can't score. Sexton trying to maneuver it behind the back to the corner. The 3 short this time from Howard. And eventually they get it to go.
Good fight down there in Lithuania. They've got to keep battling.
Gordon becoming the 5th American into double figures.
Good pass over the top.
Still Lithuania ball, 3 minutes and change remaining. Down by 29.
And I think we can start looking forward to the games on Sunday. Here you see the foul down low from Howard. You know, Spain, Lithuania, they're going to be playing in a 3rd place game. Spain's going to have their fans behind them. They haven't played up to their potential at all so far. I think Lithuania feels they're going to have a good chance to get a medal.
3-pointer off the mark for Vaiciunas, and all-European tie for the bronze. And the USA then going on to face Turkey for the golds. And way out in front here by 29, but of course all of these players with so much quality in their ranks playing for minutes in that gold medal match.
Well, absolutely, and they want to be out there when the chips are down. And Turkey, it's no sure thing they're going to beat Turkey. You know, they've defied all expectations so far in this tournament. You'd be silly to count them out now. What's great about the Turkey team is when the game is close, they play their best. Whether they can keep it close against the USA, that's another question.
Well, they're the team that's got the closest so far to the USA, losing by 18. They've only improved since then.
Well, absolutely. It's fair to say the USA has improved as well. I think this was a very good performance against a good Lithuania team.
Vaiciunas with the corner 3.
Lithuania, they're going to try and keep this under 100.
Sexton missing, giving them a chance of doing that. A couple of free throws a few moments ago from Jordan Brown. So Quickly the only American not to score now today.
And Brown's a big-time prospect, 6'8", can shoot it from outside, can slash, can dribble, can take it to the post. Just hasn't quite put it all together in this tournament.
He's only played 5 minutes today. He has averaged 13 over the tournament. Shooting over 50% from the field. Final 2.5 minutes. Velitska struggled to replicate his MVP performance from yesterday. Harassed by Sexton. Vaiciunas was looking for his second 3 in quick succession, couldn't hit.
Interesting, Velitska's back in the game. I wonder what that's about. I would think you'd want to save him for the bronze medal game.
Offensive rebound and put in by Cartier-Gordon. 12 points for him.
It's like we've got yet another unsportsmanlike foul. 2 more shots for Sexton.
You know, just on that previous Lithuanian possession, you saw the intensity of the defense from Colin Sexton as he hassled the ball handler, and it's great to see that deep in the fourth with the USA up by over 30. No matter what the game, no matter what the occasion, no matter what the score, he just doesn't stop working, doesn't stop moving. Foul shots made by Cartier-Gordon. Still American possession. 4 away from the century now. 2 minutes to play. USA turn it over off the inbound pass.
Can they get to 100? That's the question right now. Maybe that's why Velishka's back in. He's settled things down, keep it under 100.
Well, you know, they've averaged 110 points per game at this championship. They've got over 100 points in every game except the game against Turkey, and they only scored 86.
Well, maybe Turkey has their number. It is going to be very difficult without Atash. We'll see if he's playing tomorrow. He had the ankle injury today, didn't play very much.
The USA set to meet Turkey in the final on Sunday. Final seconds of the shot clock, trying to maneuver his way to the basket. Cartier-Gordon, and put in off the rebound by Sexton.
And I think Turkey, they want this rematch with USA. They don't think they're just going to the gold medal game to pick up a medal, pick up that silver medal.
Oh, well, what a story it is for Turkey. The first ever appearance at these championships. They make it all the way to the final, and they play a team that will enter that game 29-0, winning 3 straight gold medals since this tournament began.
And it's a classic team with pressure against a team with no pressure. You know, USA, they don't want to be the second USA tournament team at this tournament to lose, to be the first USA team to lose. Of course, the women lost to Australia today, and they're going to the bronze medal match tomorrow.
Could it be the greatest of underdog stories at these championships from a Turkey team that have already caused 2 upsets? Here's quickly over on the far side. The only American not to score. He'll try and do that now. 3-pointer off the mark. Lithuania ball. Final minute then of this semi-final before we can officially complete that lineup for the medal matches on Sunday. Velitska showing what he can do, the burst of pace. Just haven't seen it enough today. He's got 6 assists, but it's taken him a long time to reach 7 points. Cartier-Gordon battling away inside, picked off by Velitska, a steal after the score, and then the foul by Sexton.
And one of the great things for this Lithuania team is Velishka. Here you see the foul by Sexton. Velishka, Sargunis, they're only 16. They're going to be back with this team, you know, next year. They're a year younger than a lot of their teammates. And I have a feeling Velishka, he's going to see a lot of this USA team over the years. He's got a little Sarunas, Jessicavicius in him. He's going to be one of the better point guards, I feel like, Lithuania's produced. Probably the best of his generation, no question. I mean, the ability to run the pick and roll at his age as well as he does.
Question now, can Lithuania keep it under 100? Will the USA look to score again, or will they just dribble it out? They are going to dribble it out. Sportsmanlike play at the end of this semi-final. 29-0. The USA back to the title game at the Under-17 World Championships for the 4th straight time, and a chance to keep hold of their precious gold.
the USA team, is they're not celebrating. They know they're supposed to be here. They know they're supposed to be at the gold medal match. They're taking care of business. It's all business. And they're going to have a lot of pressure on them in the gold medal match, no question about it. They need to take home a gold medal. It's expected of them.
Final score, USA 98, Lithuania 70 here in the semi-final. 5 players in double figures for the US as we take a look at the shooting numbers.
The USA didn't shoot amazingly well, but they did enough. They frustrated Lithuania, who struggled from the three-point line. That was their undoing. Even if from inside they shot better from USA. 26 turnovers from Lithuania. I mean, that'll kill you. And of course, USA 13 steals, 3 blocks.
Look at the game leaders then, as the Lithuanian fans over on the far side appreciate the efforts of their players. Howard leading the way for the US with 16 points. Sayunas with 15, the only player in double figures for Lithuania. Velitska there on 9, Kasunas on 8, but 5 in double figures for the Americans, 15 for Trent Jr. and for Sexton. They also had 13 from Cartier-Gordon and 10 from Kevin Knox, and plenty of highlight reel plays in that second half as well.
Well, no question, but credit to Howard. He's probably this game's MVP. His three-pointers and early on got this team going, and they really kept the momentum up. Gary Trent Jr. hit a couple big threes in the third quarter, and then down low, Carter, Gordon, Knox. Those guys were so big and powerful, and what they did is they created foul trouble for Lithuania, and they were never able to recover.
So the USA are the team going back to the title game. They win it in the end by 28 over Lithuania to delight their fans. They've got plenty more left in the tank for the gold medal match on Sunday, where they'll face Turkey, who upset the host Spain on this court earlier today. Lithuania into the bronze medal match a little earlier on Sunday, and they will face Spain. And look at some of the highlights from this semi-final. It was wrapped up in the third quarter, big third quarter from the Americans, 28-10 as they pulled away. Lithuania fought hard in the first half, just couldn't stick with the USA any longer than that.
Lithuania, they fought hard early on. It looked like they were going to have a chance. Problem was, of course, their shooting. You've got to make three-pointers if you're going to pull an upset. And they just weren't able to do it. Played tough, though. They earned the respect of the fans here of the USA team, and they're going to take this game with them as they move up into under 19 and to the senior team, some of these best players. Now they move on to the bronze medal match, and they won a medal. You don't win medals every day. They're going to go after Spain. They're already thinking about that game.
We'll see what these American players can do in the big game on Sunday. The lineup set for the medals matches. Do join us for what should be a fantastic day of action. And of course, the women's medal matches here at the FIBA U17 World Championships tomorrow on this court. The men's medal matches on Sunday. It's USA who make it back to the gold medal game. They beat Lithuania in the semi-final 98-70.